when you're not able to go to the bathroom, it absolutely can have an impact on your sleep. And we want to do everything at all costs to protect our sleep. And mind you, if you're on a sleep aid, to try to reduce that over time. And that, again, I have to say, I'm not telling you to reduce that without your prescribing doctor if it's a prescription. Doctors help, right? But the reason I say that is because basically those sleep aids sedate you and they trick your body into thinking that you're sleeping, but you're really not getting that deep rest that you're needing for that cellular restoration. And then also if you're backed up and you're not having regular bowel movements, and that becomes the immediate priority because that can impact your sleep. And we want to, again, go back to protecting your sleep at all costs, right? So we're moving towards protecting your sleep. And the reason being is because that's where healing takes place. That's where, the cells are at the start line. If you can imagine when you're about to fall asleep, they've got like little sweatbands on and they're like, yeah, she's just almost going to sleep, right? And they're all, fired up, getting ready to have a party. And then all of a sudden you fall asleep and they're like, let's go. We got to clean up the mess from the day. And what we're trying to do is protect your sleep so then they can actually get to the storage room, right? So the longer and deeper you sleep, the more they can get out and get rid of, and they can do it more efficiently. Smooth Move Tea, you can talk to your practitioner about adding magnesium, if that's something that you'll consider. And again, you kind of have to, if you're sitting here today listening, you might be like, no, I would never do that. That's okay. There's probably 10 ways to allow for us to help you get your bowel movement going, right? So you can do Smooth Move Tea. That's one of my favorites. Magnesium, another one of my favorites. There's a saltwater flush. That's more of a fast and furious. And then approach, that can occur. You've got castor oil, again, a fast and furious approach. So if you have hemorrhoids or you struggle with any of those sorts of things, you want to probably avoid those ones that, create that. And that's usually used for like, I haven't gone for days. Oh my gosh, this is somewhat of like a sense of urgency. We've got to get something to happen. The Smooth Move Tea and the magnesium, that can take maybe a few days if you're patient enough and you're not at that point where it's an extreme sense of urgency. And then the very last approach that I still offer is an over-the-counter laxative. But the reason I say that's the last approach is because that also comes with other things that we really don't need in our body, right? The Smooth Move Tea, it's not necessarily a necessity. The magnesium we need in our body. It's already something that 90% plus of people can benefit from taking on a regular basis anyway, right? But if that's not enough, that's where that Smooth Move Tea, maybe once or twice a week until you kind of get that new rhythm of bowel movement going, might be a great addition as well.